Hmm. All right. Hey, what is going on, everybody? Today, we're doing something I haven't done in a long, long time, and that is playing. Well, I can't say in a long, long time, but in reality, guys, like it's been a solid minute since I've actually played bo1 Zombies. Um, as you guys know, my project, I don't know what I called it. I called it something. Um, Project Nostalgia. Basically, streaming me playing Black Ops 1 and just being able to stream PS3 games. And it's mostly just been, quite literally, Black Ops 1. And that's been mostly it. Now, up until recently, I have also done MX versus ATV. Um, or rather, not until recently. That's more correct. I've introduced MX versus ATV Untamed into that assortment of games on the PS3 that I've been streaming. Um, ooh. And yeah, I mean, well, you know how it is. So I'm gonna tell you guys about this map, or at least a little bit about my take on this map. Um, See, back in these days in Call of Duty, we were only kids, so you have to understand it from that point of view. A lot of shit we didn't really understand that well, like the mechanics and stuff. Like, I mean, we had very, very minimal strategies. This was back in the day, right, where you didn't have a bunch of overpowered shit. I mean, you had some overpowered shit, but it was only overpowered if you utilized it a specific way, like PhD Flopper. I mean, yeah, it reduces your fall damage, and yeah, it allows you to dolphin dive off of ridiculously high surfaces without dying. But it also reduced your splash damage, and in turn for that, well, I didn't reduce it. It neutralized the entire thing of splash damage, which meant that you can throw grenades danger close without it being a real issue because, well, you weren't taking any splash damage at all. This also meant that you could shoot the ray gun at your feet, and any zombies near you would turn into crawlers, vice versa. It also made rocket launchers extremely powerful for the exact same reason. Um, we're gonna wait a little while. Um, but yeah, so this weapon right here, the China Lake, this gun's, I mean, it's literally a grenade launcher. But yeah, this was my favorite map growing up as a kid. I really loved this frozen tundra environment. Um, I get a lot of different vibes from this map, like Silent Hill vibes because of the fog and the snow. At least like Silent Hill 1, where that was actually not snow, that was actually ashes. Fun fact. But yeah, there's that. Speaking of, this game had just a huge culture impact. The whole mystery box, shoot a zombie 4 times with a knife. I mean, the whole you gotta get the juggernog. Someone's gotta turn on the power. These damn wall weapons. Like, this really affected how I looked at zombies because prior to this, the whole zombie thing for me was the whole Dawn of the Dead and Night of the Living Dead and Return of the Living Dead. And there's a few other like zombie movies as well. Like Shaun of the Dead. Those are the main ones I was watching growing up. And it wasn't the like I did watch the original Dawn of the Dead and the remake, but I didn't see the original or I didn't see the Night of the Living Dead remake from the 90s. I didn't see that one as much growing up. And so that was the whole thing, right? Because that was actually such a great remake. A lot of what made the original great was still mostly present in that remake. This box is being like douchey to me, like for no real reason. There's Deadshot Daiquiri, which really we're gonna go ahead and restart this because we're up to a really bad start with our mystery box luck here out here. Uh Box is still gonna spawn the same, which is nice. Um, but yeah. While we're on the subject of zombies, right? There was a lot of cheesy movies. Like here, let me pause this and let me access my Google search engine here. Let me access this real quick. So in the year 2007, they released a movie called Zombie Wars or War of the Living Dead. And I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the exact same movie with two different titles. And like Zombie Executioner. Let's see. Another one. It's like cheesy. Um, or like these like B movie type of like, you know. There's another one called from 2007 also called um, 2012 Zombie Apocalypse, but it was from the year 2007. So there's a lot of these like zombie movies that were like really cheesy, just floating around right before this game came out. Because this game came out in 2010. It's about so growing up, I mean, I've seen a few of these, but not really like I remember seeing them, be like, oh yeah, it's cool. We're watching zombies get killed. But I don't know. I never like really watched it through to understand like the plots and everything like that. I never rewatched them. It was like you see it once on TV and then you forget that it ever existed. And there's a lot of movies like that, which is crazy because when I started getting on like Tubi TV, I started watching a lot of movies and whatnot. Like there is such a thing as awesome cinema, and I mean, what I mean by that is there are just movies that are just great because they're great. I mean, they don't need a reason to be great. But if you dig hard enough, you can find reasons why those movies are great. For instance, The Big Lebowski is just an awesome movie. It's one of my favorites. You know, more in particular is like I've been watching Blade Runner, um, which honestly I kind of understood Blade Runner, but like I never like fully watched the whole movie. Like I understood the whole replicants aren't real people, this and that, but like yo, low key, give Blade Runner an actual like watch. It is one of the greatest sci-fi movies of all time, like true sci-fi. And honestly, that and The Fifth Element are just amazing sci-fi movies, as well as like the Terminator, Aliens, Predator. Um, like one of the few zombie movies that I enjoyed the most growing up was Return of the Living Dead Part Two, but I was really little. But to me, that was a really badass zombie movie. But I've never seen the original Return of the Living Dead till after I've seen the second one. And so, since the movies were not really related to one another, they were just in the same kind of universe. Um, it was just I always find the original one was the best. And then I'm like, oh, there's a third one. Watched it. It was trash. Oh shit. All right, all right. We were in like a really crazy moment right there. Um, there was another movie called Outpost or something. It was like Nazi zombies and dead snow. So I mean, like Nazi zombies has always kind of been a thing, but it was never like this. And although right now we're not facing Nazi zombies, right now we're facing Soviet zombies. Um, we're gonna grab the M16 in hopes that, not in hopes, but in the event that the box gives us dog shit, we'll have something. It's actually pretty good. I don't mind 3 round burst. It's crazy because so many people complain and bitch about the whole, oh well, it's 3 round burst. It's not full auto. It's not fully effective. Hello. This is an ammo effective way of not only saving a bunch of ammo in 3 rounds. Yeah, if it kills a zombie in 2 shots, you're wasting a round. But the thing is, in full auto, the same gun in full auto, right? The commando takes like 4 to 5 shots typically. Well, depending on the round, depending on how much health. But the thing is, the M16 does so much more damage to zombies. And the thing is, when you pack punch it, it becomes full auto. And with double tap root bear, it's really powerful. And the fact it's a wall weapon means that I can always buy wall ammo for the pack punched version of it. And that also reloads the underbarrel grenade launcher, because in this version it has the underbarrel grenade launcher. In Black Ops 3, they got rid of it. I know a lot about zombies. Like I like my general knowledge of Call of Duty Black Ops 1 zombies. Not so much the lore in zombies, because after Black Ops 2, I really stopped caring. Like Black Ops 3 didn't really interest me. I was really excited for where the story was going, this and that, but while it was unfolding and happening, like, live as it was happening, should I say, when they were releasing new map packs and everyone was rushing to figure out the Easter egg to each map or figure out all the little secrets, and we're still finding secrets in Black Ops 3. It's just like, you get down to Black Ops 4 and it was like, I mean, at least it released with a lot of maps besides one default map. And besides that, it's more or less the fact that I had this big misunderstanding when the release trailer was trash, because it showed this like medieval. Nice. Had like this medieval type arena gladiator type shit, and it's just like, is this what zombies is coming down to? Like, okay, all right, Treyarch, you ruined BO3 for me with this whole apothecon bullshit, dark ether, timeline warpage, fucking. To me, you got to understand my point of view. Timeline shit was starting to get on my fucking nerves, bro. Like, Back to the Future's awesome. Like, do not get me wrong. But that's fucking Back to the Future, yo. That's a whole movie about time travel. Uh, Donnie Darko is, well, it's Donnie Darko. I mean, how are you not going to like that movie? It's an amazing movie. Beyond that, though, more or less, I mean, it really just boils down to the fact that Infinity, or not Infinity, the Avengers Infinity War or whatever it was, in game, whatever the crap was, timeline warpage type bullshit, and then also Mortal Kombat's doing that with Mortal Kombat. Um, this was after Black. This is before Black Ops. Um, it started with Mortal Kombat 9. It was after Armageddon, and with the whole timeline gets reset type bullshit. Get to the bone. It's on the ground because of PhD. Thunderclap. Thunderclap. I got lucky I was in the starting room. But when it comes to my finances, I was less lucky. Although, I will say this, if I didn't buy PhD, I would be really close to buying it right now. In all actuality. If I never bought that door, never bought PhD, I would basically almost have enough. Like on some no bullshit type shit. On some no bullshit type shit. Listen at me. Yikes. Oh boy. We better run. That is so creepy, that laugh. They're probably gonna come up from behind me. They would have got me too if I stayed there. Oh, they moved back. Boing! What? Are you shitting me? Bro, that's dog shit. Oh shit, I fully quit out of it. Aha! Shut up. Um let's think here.
You said it was Cuba. What happened in Cuba?
Oh damn it.
Castro involved?
I don't know, probably. I have this whole stream labeled Call of the Dead.
Well, I've always liked the monster within. I like the zombies being us. It's like zombies are the blue collar monsters.
We're completely surrounded!
We're completely fucked. Are you girls kidding me? I've been praying for this shit. Come on!
Boys, let's get to work.
God's sakes, he missed me again!
What do you call it? There's the movie The Dead, which is like these soldiers are in like Africa, right? And it's sort of just the whole end of the world type situation.
I'll do it like this.
There's obviously, you know, there's Night of the Living Dead. There's Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead, but there's also Land of the Dead. Zombieland. In 2013, there was another zombie movie, The Dead Inside. In 2019, there's a movie called Infection. Um, so there's that. There's becoming more zombie movies recently. Is it Army of the Dead? Was a more recent one.
Don't look like this storm's letting up.
In 2020, there's the Peninsula. I mean, there's more zombie movies. I mean, like, there's a good chunk of them, and even if they're like cheesy, I still watch them. I will force myself to sit through a really shitty zombie movie just because it's like the whole. I want to see where this universe takes the zombie genre because the zombie genre is unlike any other genre, and it's like vampires. You can hold on. You can morph it and shape it however you need to. It's how it work for your film. There's a correct way of doing it, and there's a wrong way of doing it. You know, and I personally feel as if the original Night of the Living Dead established very simplistic rules that I think are amazing. Um, how unlucky. Kaboom on round one. I could have. Alright. Well, I'm done. I'm done. I'm too tired.
Search for a woman.
I'm too tired. It's too late, bro. Ah, fuck. Um, yeah, no, I mean, it is getting late. What time is it? It's like 1 in the morning? No, it's 12:06. I keep thinking it's like 2 in the fucking morning, bro. It's because the fucking sky turns dark now sooner. Like I swear on my computer, it doesn't on my little laptop here, this doesn't look great, but on my TV, dude, everything looks refined on my TV. And I'll tell you why. It's because on the smart TV, I fucked around with some of the lighting settings and contrast, and I have it set to just the perfect settings for this game specifically. This is my favorite Call of Duty of all time, guys. As you guys know, this to me is like the goated Call of Duty. This was the Call of Duty I turned to when I was younger because it was my favorite. This and MW2, these were like my two favorite Call of Duties growing up as a kid. I would say the original Modern Warfare is awesome because I mean at the time that game was groundbreaking. I mean they took Call of Duty to a whole new level. World at War was also really good, but personally as a kid, I didn't really play its multiplayer too much. I more or less really loved the campaign, and still to this day, I mean, it still had a great multiplayer. I mean, it was still addictive. It was addictive enough to keep me playing it, but at the same time, Black Ops was just way more appealing to me, and I didn't really get into World at War until the game was already dead. You know what I mean? And without no DLCs, having DLCs for this game, these expansion packs and whatnot. I mean, the only one I'm missing is Shangri La. But the whole create a class. I mean, check out some of these cool ass weapons. There are some weapons that never made it into multiplayer actually from story mode. At the first mission, there's like these shotguns you can get at the from the Cuban police, and if you go to the shotgun category, they're not actually in there. There were these basic, simple pump action shotguns. The only pump action shotgun in the game is the stakeout, and I believe if we go into something people aren't really talking about, really, if we go over to campaign, um, the weapons are in the game. You know what I mean? They're specifically in the game. There's that flashback mission when you go all the way back in time with as Reznov and Dmitri, and you're using a lot of World War II weapons, and those are reused assets from World at War. So in a lot of ways, you could say a lot of the World at War weapons should actually be in multiplayer and in zombies. But the only real World War II weapon that makes it in zombies really is the besides the 1911, but you're using the Black Ops 1 1911. The 1911 in World at War was different. The only time you're ever using World at War weapons is on World at War maps, and they're only the wall weapons. In campaign, Operation 40, Recruit, Regular, Hardened. There we go. We're gonna go and
Where am I?
skip this. Seeing this shit as a kid, this tripped me out.
61. And he was picked. What happened?
We all got killed.
There's no use lying, Mason. We know you went in with what's important.
Was Bowman.
I loved those cutscenes.
The police will be here soon. Let's make this quick. Woods. It's been a while. Well, enough, Carlos. You know Bowman, right?
Carlos.
Mason. What's up, Carlos?
Garcia cigarettes.
You'll be in here. should distract them enough to get
There's
you
a nice
inside.
Cuban cigar.
What about the evac? We'll have transport waiting for you. Just be there.
A beautiful Cuban woman.
Excellent.
Well, for the time.
We got company.
Saquen los papeles. Ahora. Dale de aquí, puta capitalista. Oye, ¿de dónde tú eres? Say where you from.
Just be cool, Woods.
Talking to you.
Bam, bam. His whole hand.
All right. Everything's ready.
Give up.
Good work, Carlos. No problem. My men will
So in detail, as a kid, I thought he hit him with the bottle and his whole hand came off. But the whole thing was, if you were looking, he was attached to it still.
Well, Carlos, lay down covering fire. We fight our way through the streets, Asen.
The ASP pistol. In fact, it's actually a real pistol. It's a very interesting history. If you don't believe me, go ask Ian McCollum from ForgottenWeapons.com. Boom. So we go over here, the KS-23. This shotgun never made it into multiplayer. But if we actually go ahead and use it, it's a very powerful shotgun. I mean, this thing is like ridiculously powerful. And I think that's probably why it never made it into multiplayer. It's so fucking powerful. I mean, it's like literally just one-shotting these vehicles almost. You know? Hearing that slowed down Cuban music while gunfire and a vehicle's screeching through the whole fucking everything. That's so awesome. All right, so there you have it. I already forget it. The KS-23 or the KG-23 or whatever. That shotgun, very powerful. It's a pump action shotgun. It could have been in zombies. That would have been a badass weapon in zombies. Like, not gonna